Joseph DeAngelo is guilty of at least 13 murders from 1973 to 1986. Basically, he would start these fires because they got him started, and in total he served 22 months in prison for those arson events. Not long after this, Arthur was arrested after it came out that he had assaulted and killed 2 young children ages 8 and 10. However, he got the charge down to a manslaughter plea. The reason for this being, although he had confessed, there wasn't a ton of evidence linking it to it, and you may be thinking, well, isn't a confession enough? But according to the judge and the attorneys, he was so dumb that a confession didn't mean anything. And not only that, the prosecution was certain that if he is put on trial, the jury will feel sympathy for how dumb he is, and therefore will get the charge down to manslaughter anyway, so they might as well plea on it. So he was given parole after only being in jail for 14 years for the murder of 2 children, and then immediately murdered 12 more people. These were mostly sex workers that he would approach and then hire and then strangle and ditch their body somewhere. The way he was caught is while police were investigating a recent place that they found the body, he just walked up to, like, at the bridge above where the body was dumped and just peed over it. So they go up there to ask him and then just figure out, supposedly by his own confession, that he was the one that dumped the body. And at trial, his argument was that he is not guilty by reason of insanity because of the PTSD that he suffered from Vietnam. So then they had several of the larger scale commanders who are familiar with his operation come in and testify that this dude never saw combat and has no idea what he's talking about. And Arthur died in 2008 while in prison of a heart attack. Joseph specifically went on 3 separate murder sprees across 3 different areas of California, to the point that it was believed that these events were done by 3 different killers. Eventually, once investigators began to put together that this was all one person, he was given the name of the Golden State Killer.